Tesla Model Y claimed the status as the best-selling vehicle, the very first EV in history to do so. But is it actually worth buying Tesla? And why Tesla became the top-selling vehicle? We will go over these questions in the next few minutes, and I will tell you why you should never buy a brand new Tesla. And by the end of the video, I will tell you how to buy this couple years old Tesla Model Y Performance, like this one, for just 25% of its original sticker price, which will put it in a $20,000 price range. We're going to explore the argument of buying new versus used Tesla on this example. This is a 2022 Model Y Performance. Brand new, just a couple years ago, this car was starting at $71,000. With added options, this could go way above $75,000 up to $80,000, which is such a crazy number for such an average looking hatchback wannabe SUV. Before we figure out how to buy one of these in the low $20,000 price range, let's figure out what makes Tesla so special and how Model Y became the top selling vehicle in the world. This specific car belongs to one of my good friends, Jim Ladden, who happened to be a retired car dealer with over 4 decades of experience in the car world. Mr. Jim, you own so many gas-powered cars throughout your life and your dealership experience. How can you switch to EVs?
Instantaneous torque.
It's
right. Addictive.
So how has it been so far owning Model Y? You put about 40,000 miles in less than 2 years. You've obviously been enjoying it. How has it been?
It's an amazing vehicle. The lack of maintenance on it. In fact, I've always put wiper fluid in it and tires.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's one of the best things. We've had a few recalls and they've all been fixed in my driveway.
So one of the benefits would be the over-the-air
updates. Over-the-air updates is the main difference between Tesla and any other automobile maker out there. Nobody can do what this company can do. Ford admitted they couldn't do it. The fact that they can do that is the most amazing thing.
Yeah, Mr. Jim, you wouldn't have biased opinion because you were selling all sorts of vehicles prior to that, right?
I've sold Hyundais, Lincoln Mercury, Subaru. This automobile, as far as
that's all he talks about, to be honest. He absolutely loves his Tesla. So over-the-air updates, I absolutely love that benefit for sure. And as a Tesla hater, I love Tesla as a company, but I don't necessarily love Tesla as cars. But over-the-air updates sounds absolutely magical. What other benefits can we discuss? What about the fact that Tesla is the only automaker out there who is competing with legacy automakers as a ground-up vehicle? This company is only 22 years old, but now it became the most popular car brand in the world.
Everything on this car was designed with AI and designed by AI, and it has a form and a function. Nothing competes to it. I think the other automobile manufacturers have basically just taken cars and thrown electric motors in them and called them electric vehicles, and that's not what this is in any way, shape, or form.
So when you travel, because the biggest concern people have, oh, what if I'm driving from LA to Phoenix? How many stops do I have to make? How long it's going to take me to charge the car?
That's one of the best things. You put in your destination, it programs everything for you. I love this car for trips because it gives you maybe a 20-minute stop. Longest stop I ever had is 40 minutes. It's all planned for you. It pre-charges the battery before you get there.
So charging network would be another benefit.
Well,
really.
That's the other thing is nobody has a charging network like that. That charging network is run by AI. It's got an AI monitoring it.
Yeah, it's incredible. The car losing value, but it is becoming a better car over time, right?
Hey, I paid 80 grand for this, and you're going to tell people how to buy them for 20.
Exactly.
You know? But I was in the used car business. I understand how it works. And
Exactly.
believe me, I'm not angry that they lowered the price of this car. Elon said he was going to lower the price on their car.
Unfortunately, that's one of the reasons why these cars now can be bought for half off, but it is what it is. At the same time, car is becoming better and improving itself.
This isn't the same car I bought 2 years ago. I got an update yesterday, made it a better, different car, completely added features to it. It's amazing, and they continue to do that. This is a better car than I bought 2 years ago. So I think he's right by advising you to buy a used one because you're going to get an automobile that's going to continuously be made better. It's not going to stay the same. You'll get an update and you go, hey, I got a better feature. That doesn't happen in anywhere else. Nowhere else can they do that. So I agree with him as far as buying a used one's probably the best value you can do.
And isn't it the safest vehicle in the world as of right now as well?
They have broken the records on all the safety records. It's under a different classification. It got a 5.4 on it instead of a 5. So these are the safest cars in the world. Safety is the main thing. And every accident that Tesla's been into, that data has been fed back to them. It's not just crash data when they experiment and crash some cars. Every Tesla's accident has gone back. The information goes back and they've made this car better and safer. This car's been made safer since I've owned it. They've added safety features to it that are amazing. Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah, I can't believe this, but would you consider driving experience as one of the benefits as well?
Yeah, I love the way this car drives. I love the seats. The seats are the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in.
Speaking of driving, shall we take it for a drive?
Let's take it for a drive. drive. You want to take it for a drive?
So let's do it. All right, last time I drove Tesla, that was last summer. It was Model 3. It was 2018 rear-wheel drive, short range, but you say driving experience could be one of the benefits. It is. It certainly is. I think it has 475 horsepower, right?
I don't know the
0 to 60 about mid 3.5,
3.5 and 3.9. I think this was 3.9. The new one's 3.5.
Yeah. So you took this on the racetrack, didn't you?
I did. I used to be a race car driver and instructor, and I did take this on the racetrack.
Yeah, it is certainly fun. How does it do when you're cornering? I mean,
cornering is unbelievable because the weight is right where you want it, on the bottom of the car.
Yes, yes.
You know, there's no weight transfer. The first thing they teach you is weight transfer. Where's the weight? The front or the back? Is it? You know, there is. The weight's on the bottom.
It is very well balanced. I'm surprised because I thought I'm gonna have a worse experience because how taller it is compared to Model 3. One thing that actually bothers me a little bit that I don't have the screen right in front of me like they do with in Model S.
Yeah.
But I guess you can get used to this.
I totally got used to not having anything in front of me.
But do you get actually like used to the point where it's not really that special anymore to you?
Absolutely not. It's the most fun car in the world to drive. And like my friend and I said, it's not going to be fun when everyone's driving Teslas and you can't blow everybody's doors off.
Exactly. I think that's what we should address here because especially here in Southern California, like that's Tesla right there coming our way. They're literally in every neighborhood, in every little big town here in SoCal. I guess the charging network is so good, the weather is so good, and from what I heard, these batteries kind of suffer in the cold weather. What do you think of that?
I have to go up to, that's one of the reasons why we got Teslas, is I needed to go up to the mountains and in the snow, and I had one problem where, it wasn't a problem, it just basically said you got to drive 70 miles an hour to get home from this point, and that was in the dead of winter, and so I stopped and I charged for, I think it was 7 minutes, or was it $7 and 4 minutes? I can't remember, but it was I stopped for no time at all just to get home.
That's incredible. So what about the famous full self-driving capability of Teslas? Do you use it a lot?
I've started to. I would have told you 5 years ago I'd never let a car drive for me, but I let this thing drive for me now. It's pretty amazing, absolutely amazing.
So as a car dealer at the time, obviously when, Tesla been around for 12 years as actually building cars now and 22 years as a car company. But we constantly hear that Tesla is this, Tesla is that, Tesla is failing, the car build quality is horrible, there's no future in EVs. What do you think is happening now that you actually got to experience it? Oh, you've been owning this car for a while. Where do you think the future is going with these EVs?
Well, no one's going to catch Tesla as far as they've leapfrogged the industry as far as I'm concerned. The over-the-air updates, the fact that this car runs on AI, it does not run on this processor. It is an AI platform. That's why the voice-to-talk works. Yeah. It never worked in any other car. I've never had it worked. Okay, never did. But the friend who recommended this car, he told me that he didn't like having to go to the screen. I said, have you ever tried the voice commands? He goes, no. And I go, that's because it's never worked in any other car. Try it in this one. It works.
Voice commands actually work.
The voice commands actually work. They don't in any other car. My Lexus that we got rid of, couldn't even pair my phone with that Lexus, okay? So we couldn't get anything to work on that. It was almost as bad as Sync.
Would you agree that all these media channels and corporations have teamed up to sync Tesla?
Yeah. It's no different than Tucker, the car company, as far as I'm concerned. They're trying their best to bankrupt the company and to do whatever they can. Say what you want about it. And that's one of the reasons that even all my information as an auto dealer, when I was a dealer, they all told me he wasn't going to make it. And I told everyone they weren't going to make it.
Everyone's just being brainwashed into destroying Tesla.
Yeah, the only news on Tesla is always a hit piece. There's never anything good about it, and that's when you start realizing that there is a concerted effort to destroy this company. And one of the reasons is, just like Tucker, they came out with a car that is more advanced, safer than anyone else. You got to remember, Elon basically said, rule number 1, protect the occupant. Rule number 2, protect the battery. Rule number 3, go back to rule number 1.
I love
this car has more airbags. I know more airbags than the guys who work at Tesla. I've never told me there's an airbag that comes up between us. He looked at me, really? Yeah, there's an airbag that comes up between us so we don't knock our heads. There's airbags down here that protect our feet. We will walk away from a head-on collision where others will not. They'll survive, but their legs are going to be damaged. Their feet are going to be damaged.
Exactly.
This is the safest car on the road.
No matter how much hate Tesla gets, and I hate on them as well, numbers don't lie. This is the most common car on the road now. They sell more than Corollas, and there is more Teslas on the road now, specifically Model Ys, than Priuses, Corollas, and RAV4s.
That's the other thing, it's not a car company, everybody. You gotta learn that. First thing you gotta learn is it's an AI company. You listen to what Elon says at the big meetings, he usually says something pretty big. And what he said was, Tesla's an AI company, a leading AI company, and most of you don't even know what that means.
Yes.
And that's very true.
Yeah, and therefore, even as a Tesla car hater, not a company hater, I am considering used Tesla just because I know that the car will be better than I buy it. And in the future, it's going to be cheaper to repair the batteries or replace the batteries just because technology is going more advanced. Yes, and I'm going to pay probably 20 cents on the dollar to get the used Tesla, but I'm gonna get up-to-date Tesla with that one benefit, which is the over-the-air update. And to me, that's just mind-blowing. As of recording of this video, which is summer 2024, you can buy one of these Tesla Model Y Performance, which is 2 years old, this car, for half of its original sticker price, which is absolute crazy. $40,000 cheaper in just 2 years. And it's not just Model Y. All of the Tesla models, in fact, in just 1 year, from 2023 to 2024, lost 30% or more in value in just 1 year. I personally don't feel comfortable at all driving this car around and losing $56 a day. $40,000 of lost value. If you divide that by 720, the average of 2 years driving this car around, that is $56 a day I'm losing. And on top of that, if you consider insurance costs, charging, which, yeah, gonna be a little less than gas prices, but still adds up. And the worst part is there is no floor for Tesla car. It'll continue to drop in value. How do I know? Let's look at Model X and Model S. They've been around for a bit longer than Model Y and see what's going on with the prices of these two vehicles. Here are the recent sales of Model X. Depending on the package, these were around $100,000 or more, and now you can pick up one of these just 5-6 years later with the same technology, thanks to over-the-air updates, same looks for literally 30 cents on the dollar. Same goes with Model S, the very first Tesla model. These were extremely expensive, well over $100,000 when new. But now you can buy one of these in the high teens. Absolutely crazy. Take a look at this one. One owner, less than 50,000 miles, and selling for like 12% of its original sticker price. Why is this happening? Why Teslas are so bad at holding their values, literally among the worst depreciating cars? It has to do with few factors. Supply and demand would be one of them. Simply more Teslas on the road now, and the demand is slowing down amidst increasing competition among EV automakers. Secondly, Tesla recently cut the prices on new models, again, to be more competitive. And another reason, possible huge maintenance costs replacing the batteries, which could be in upwards of $15,000 to $20,000. Nonetheless, I still think Tesla is a great buy if you buy it right. And by right, I mean cheap. Now let's see how you can buy Model Y Performance for around $20,000 when the original costs around $80,000. And for that, all you have to do is just wait. That's right, all you have to do is just wait. Because Tesla just announced the new version of Model Y, which they call Juniper, and that means with the new model coming out, the price on older models will naturally go down. And when they go down another $10,000 to $15,000, that's going to be one of the best times to scoop up one of these at 2-3 years old, go from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. And if you want to learn how to buy cars at steep discounts and not lose value as you drive in them, watch this video here.